Okay, this is exercise number 4, and to show you how to build this in IronCAD. This is just one way to build this. There's multiple ways, but this is just kind of an interesting model here. It's basically fairly simple model and very easy to do in IronCAD. And we'll just do it with a couple shapes, and I will walk through this in IronCAD. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. So first, we noticed that this starts with a block. So basically, I'm going to drop a block out here. And of course, in all of their videos, you have to make sure your units are in the correct units. In our case, this is going to be millimeters and grams for this calculation. So anyways, we'll start with our block that's out here. And some of the key things is this is 98 inches long. So we'll go ahead, or 98 millimeters long. The width on this is basically an 8. Is that right? 18, sorry, 18 on that width. So let me go back. I'll get that here in a second. Let's go back and change this to 18 on that. And we want to set this height for 16. So that kind of sets the base for this. So the way I'm constructing this, actually, I'm just going to add another feature on here. I'm just going to add a block on here and simply just size this down to get my second shape. So we can just right click on these outer handles here to size that down. And then we can set these values here. So this is actually interesting. So this is supposed to be 32 from the bottom here. So what we can do is right click on this, add a distance from point, and we can either rotate around, get the bottom face, or pick that edge, either one. That's our total distance there. So again, right click, add a distance from point, and we want to set that to 32 inside of there. And then the depth of this from here to here is actually 16. So we'll go to the opposite handle, set it to 16. So that builds the back end of that shape. And what we'll do is simply just take our tri-ball, hit our space bar, move it onto the front, and then I'm just going to copy this down. I'm just going to right click, drag, and make a copy here. Okay, so this one's a little bit different on this side, as this one is only 14 in depth. So it's come on the inside handle here, set that to 14 inside of there, but the height and the depth and everything is still the same. Okay, so that's just a easy way to start this shape. Next is a cylinder that goes through here. So we've got a cylinder that's really going through this whole thing, and this inner part's cut. So the way I'm going to do this is I'll start with the front end here. It's important to make sure you're looking at it from this direction, because when you drop the cylinder on this edge or that point, it'll snap to the right direction. And one of the things we want to do here is snap to the diameter. And this one actually aligns to this back side here. And then this distance is 25. So we'll set that 25. That gives our shape from the inside there to give our total length. So what we need is also the same cylinder as the other side. So we can just notice we're going to have a through hole in this one. So we don't want the hole in this one. So we'll just take this again, take our tri-ball, match it to this back face, make a copy down here. We've got that same shape, and then we can just snap this to a line here. So that gives us our basic back shape and on this. So next we'll just drop our H cylinder on here. And on this case, the diameter of that H cylinder is 8 inside of there. And it doesn't really matter if this is snapping or not, but we'll snap it up. So that gives us our hole there. Next, we have some blends that we need to put on here. There's 2 of them that are 20 millimeters and then 2 that are 7 millimeters that are on the inside. So we'll just select these outer edges here. In this case, these 2 here, right click and select our blend command. In these case, these are a 20 meter radius on those and millimeter radius. And then on the inside here, we're going to set that one to 7. And we'll select that. So we can do this in a single command. It doesn't have to be in 2 separate commands, but we'll just do it in one and go ahead and apply that. So that gives us our basic shape there. I'm trying to zoom here. There we go. So we have that. So I'm just make sure I didn't miss any fillets or anything, but that's basically the shape. So everything's smoothly aligned there. And now we can just come in here, go to our properties tab, and the mass density on this is 7,800. So the mass should be this. So let me double check to make sure that is correct. This, and I believe that is the correct mass on that model. So that's all it takes to build this one, but that's just a simple way to build that. So again, 98, and you set your width and your height, and then you just add the 2 blocks, copy them, and your 2 cylinders, copy them, your through hole on this end, as you can see there, and then your blend radius is value there. So that's all it takes to build this one. Fairly simple, and just there's always multiple ways to build this. This just is one example.